Hi there, Lou Peck here from the International Bunch with top hints and tips to improve your academic and scholarly marketing impact. Thank you so much for joining us today for the next instalment in this series, where we're going to be talking about top hints and tips for WeChat. Let's get started. Right, let's talk about how WeChat can benefit you. Now make sure you subscribe to the channel to receive updates when we post new and exciting content, but also share our channel with your network. You'll also find out more information in the description. In our series of videos on academic marketing and scholarly communications, hints and tips, we've talked about how to optimize your use of commonly used online media platforms as a marketer. Today, we're going to talk about WeChat. Now, before we begin, I would like to personally say a huge thank you to the Charlesworth Group for talking with us through their WeChat experiences and how they're utilising it as an effective channel with their customers to engage with the research and also the author community. They really are doing some very impressive work, which you can discover more about on their website, www.charlesworth-group.com. So do make sure you go and check them out. Now, you might think that WeChat is a messenger platform that is only relevant to marketers for, let's say, banner advertising. Well, actually, you'd be wrong. It's a super platform. As of April 2020, WeChat was the 5th world's most used social platform behind Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger. So if you're looking for how to improve communications with academics, then this is the video for you. Also, don't forget, after you've watched this video, you can also go back and view some of our other videos in this series, and they really do help you in the scholarly and the academic marketing sector to improve academic marketing impact, and that is incredibly important. Now, some of the opportunities from WeChat for marketers include improving communication and engagement with existing audiences, attracting new audiences, driving website traffic, generating interest in new products. But firstly, let's look at some of the stats about WeChat. Now, if we look back to 2019, it had more than 1.1 billion monthly active users globally. So for comparison, Facebook has 2.32 billion monthly active users. However, WeChat achieved the 1 billion milestone 1 year faster than Facebook did. Now, this platform is most popular in China. More than 1 billion users are located in China. And WeChat's second and third highest traffic comes from the USA at 15.48% and also Hong Kong at 9.39%. Now, Chinese people spend more than 1/3 of their online time on WeChat. That's quite significant. Roughly 80% of the top 500 businesses in China have become corporate users on WeChat Work, WeChat's answer for Slack and other workplace collaboration platforms. So we'll be covering what actually is WeChat and what tools are available, how you can use WeChat in your marketing, how to generate traffic on WeChat, why WeChat is relevant for academic publishing, examples of WeChat excelling in academic publishing, and then we're going to look at the top recommendations for using WeChat. Firstly, what is WeChat? Okay, WeChat started out as a messaging service very similar to WhatsApp in 2011, but it's now much more than that. It has transformed into an app where you can do anything like send money to your friends and family, pay for your shopping at the supermarket, order food, book a train, and even invest money in a wealth management plan. It enables you to do anything and everything in China, and it's even the preferred method of communication in businesses over email. I mean, that's staggering, right? Now, the mini programs feature within the app are essentially mini applications that are developed by third-party companies to provide advanced features from within the app, such as e-commerce, task management, etc. So a recent update to the app has seen the introduction of a brand new page solely for mini programs, making it easier for users to access a list of saved or recently used mini programs. Great. Now, the idea behind this super platform is to keep users on the platform for as long as possible. So instead of companies creating individual standalone apps, they are increasingly looking to launch mini programs within WeChat to allow them to tap into the app's vast user base. Now, how can you use WeChat in your marketing? Well, for marketing purposes, WeChat acts very similar to Facebook pages. Companies and individuals can create WeChat official accounts in order to promote their company or brand. Anybody can follow them and will then receive push notifications from them. As with other social networks, you need to work to gain and engage followers with a main goal of converting them through to customers by specific buttons at the bottom of the app. One key point to consider when planning your strategy is that accounts can only write one message per day. With such a small number of push notifications at your disposal, you must be strategic as to when exactly you post in order to maximize impact. Okay, so how to generate traffic on WeChat? There are three main strategies to drive traffic to your account. So the first one is banner advertising. Now this can be monitored as cost per click, so CPC, or cost per mil, so CPM. The number of users seeing your banner regardless if they click it or not. Now the quality of traffic generated from banner advertising is questionable due to the limited targeting capabilities of the platform. So the second one we're going to look at is viral campaign. Now this is where your content is shared among users, either driven by a social impulse or a financial incentive. Now this can be a very efficient way to increase traffic. However, terms of WeChat forbid incentivizing users to share like posts, meaning these campaigns are high risk and really shouldn't be done. Key opinion leader advertising is the third one, and this is where a brand will pay a WeChat blogger to promote the brand. So for example, they'll write an article about your brand, write about another topic and put a banner linking to your WeChat account somewhere in the article. Now this is the most effective way to generate traffic. It can be affordable and also it provides social validation for the new sellers. So why is WeChat relevant for scholarly communications? Okay, let's look at this. The use of WeChat within the research community continues to grow and has even taken over email as the preferred primary communication channel for China-based academic authors, which is staggering, right? The app allows publishers to directly interact with individual Chinese academics via the WeChat app on their personal mobile devices, and it can allow publishers to build or improve their brand at publisher for or even the journal level within the Chinese academic community. Using the many functions provided by the platform, a publisher can also develop a menu for journal promotion and the author or reviewer training and run its WeChat store to sell books and journals. Now, creating a WeChat account for every journal may consume a considerable amount of time. In case of a large publisher, therefore, creating a WeChat account related to the research topic of several journals may be basically a more practical solution. Okay, so you want to attract new submissions from Chinese authors to their journals, and you can do this through academic sharing with their networks. Also, you want to drive subscription acquisition. You can advertise for editors and peer reviewers. You can drive existing subscribers to download and cite articles. You can engage directly with researchers to push usage and receive feedback on publisher content. And you can get closer to the author and reader on an app they use as part of their daily lives. Now, WeChat is already excelling in the academic publishing world in China. Now, here are a few examples to help you understand how it can work in practice. So, in China, the Charlesworth Group, for example, use WeChat to communicate with academic authors that are signed up to the company's WeChat account. The account is integrated with Charlesworth's author services, meaning authors are able to obtain quotes for editing and translation work. They can also check the status of a submitted paper and receive updates as push notifications through WeChat. Great, hey? So when the Charlesworth Group's partner, editorial manager, the submission system is connected to an individual WeChat account, it also allows two-way messages between editorial manager and the author's personal WeChat account. Now, not only has this improved communication for authors, but it has also reduced customer services time and overheads in dealing with author queries. Now that is smart. The Charlesworth Group have also reported the following benefits, which we're going to cover now. Authors can now receive all manuscript notifications quickly and efficiently directly into their personal WeChat account, or use a self-check function. Now, this means that they will never miss a paper status update. It reduces queries into the journal editorial office, and for the editorial teams, authors can self-check their manuscript status 24/7 via WeChat on their personal mobile devices. They're able to measure ROI through integration with a dashboard that displays the number of notifications sent and self-checks made. Also, there's an increase in author satisfaction, which has boosted the number of authors following their publisher WeChat account. And by engaging with your WeChat author community, this will also help drive future submissions, which we know is really important. Editage is another example, and they're also using WeChat to improve communications with authors in China. Now, their authors can now place orders, track assignments, and like their favourite editors. Now, using WeChat to log into Editage online system, authors can now avoid the hassle of entering and re-entering passwords. The WeChat Pay feature also brings the ease of QR code payment within the all-familiar WeChat ecosystem to Editage customers in China. Now, if you want to find out more, check out the links included in the description. Top recommendations for using WeChat? The first one, number 1, WeChat is like any other online platform. It will take a lot of time and love to grow its following and for it to succeed. To help, you should develop a detailed strategy for your launch, outlining how you plan to use the platform, as well as a content plan to help you gain followers. The second one is, number 2, you want to make sure your channel is regularly monitored. And this really is a key benefit of using WeChat, is that it is really easy for editors and academics to ask questions, so make sure you don't neglect it. Number 3, finally, make sure WeChat is right for your audience. For the majority of WeChat's users, they're from China, and this is because they have different regulations and online resources available for them. For example, many of us know that Twitter is not available to them. So stats are showing that use around the world is growing. Now, stay on top of the usage in your audience, and there may be a time in the near future where you can get started ahead of your competitors. But you'll also see that there's a lot being done in that space as well. So thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Now, we hope you managed to get some really good take-home hints and tips on WeChat. Please do let us know if you have any comments, or get in touch if you've got any questions. We're here and happy to help. And also, if you're looking for us to cover any specific content in this series, just give us a shout. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel to receive updates on new and exciting content that we're going to be adding. So thanks very much, and bye for now.